Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So as you guys can see, to start off today's video, I'm going to be unboxing some brand new gels from Madam Glam. They sent me this package and I'm pretty sure it's their new Valentine's Day collection because as you can see, the package is giving heartsy, cutesy Valentine's theme. And I'm so excited to get into these. I had these sitting for about a week or so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And as you can see, just the overview of these gels, they look really Valentine's Day theme, really pretty pinks and glitters and reds and things like that. I'm going to give you just a quick view of what they look like. I love how the bottles have a swatch at the top and also the wrapping around the bottle. And in my opinion, I do feel like the swatches on the top and the paper gives you an accurate swatch of how they look inside the bottle. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the swatches of these gels. I will be swatching all of these. And it's been such a long time since I came here and swatched gel polishes. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how they apply to the swatches, the consistency, the opacity of it, and just show you guys how they look. All of these swatches will be one coat. And for this first swatch, I was like, if you guys could hear the original audio, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty like the entire time. I love how it wasn't like a sheer glitter, but like the opacity of it, like you can really, see those hints of like pink and like, I just really love that it wasn't sheer and it's really opaque. And then it also kind of reminds me of like a chrome gel polish, like if you were to apply some pink gel polish on top of like a chrome gel or something, like it kind of gives me that as well. So I was definitely in love with that one. Moving on to the next one here, we have a pretty pink, and I feel like this is just such a nice pink for everyone. This type of pink can go with everything. I love that it isn't like super vibrant. You can also use it for spring as well. It kind of gives me like a pastel vibe. And just look how they apply. Like this is one coverage and it's already like at the best opacity, but of course you can go with 2 or 3 layers if you want. That's up to you, but if you want to just go with one coat, that is totally fine because they cover the nail. So this third one here did need to be mixed up a little bit because as you guys can see, the red pigment inside of it was kind of separated from the glitter part, so I did off camera kind of swirl it a little bit, mix it around, and this is how it looks. This was also another glitter that I was super happy it wasn't like sheer, and this was like the pink glitter I swatched first, but this one is more in like a gold bronzy shade, and this is also very pretty. I was just like so mesmerized. And if you guys have these gels already, you will know how much prettier they look in person. Like I always say that. For some reason, like the camera just doesn't do any of these gels and like the glitters and sparkles justice, because in person they look so much better. Like they look more like alive and brighter, if that makes sense. But this next color here is a glitter. I was hoping it was like the first pink and bronze, but this one is in a clear base, so it's just gonna be the glitters of it. And this one would be nice for if you have like a base already and you just want this type of glitter on top. You can just go in and use this, apply how many coats you want, preferably one so that you can still see your base at the bottom. And then you just go ahead and cure on. I feel like this would be really cute as well, and I did end up using this in my nails today, so if you want to see how I incorporate it, make sure that you stick to the end for the nail art. And then this next one here is another pink, but is more darker than the first one. You can never have too many pinks in your gel polish collection, whether it's a polygel collection, acrylic collection, like you cannot have enough pinks. And I feel like this one also ties in well with like the Valentine's Day theme and spring as well. And again, look how well these coat the nail swatch in just one coat. These are really great gel polishes if you are looking for some. And I do have a discount code on the website for you guys to use if you want to save a percentage off your entire order. I do believe it's like 30% or 50%, I'm not sure. But if you are aware of Madam Glam gels and their website, you can sign up to be a VIP member and you will automatically get like half off the original price of a gel. I'm not really sure how that goes now. I haven't really looked into it, but I know for sure like if you are subscribe to their VIP members, the money that goes into your subscription is kind of like an in-store credit, I believe. So that way you get to spend it on the gels that you want, and you will also be able to get half off or whatever that percentage is. So make sure that you guys check that out if you want to save a little bit of money on these gels. They're really high quality and I would definitely recommend them. But yeah, getting into these last few shades, this one here was definitely one of my favorites. Just look at how pretty this red is. Again, this is like that pink and that bronze gold color. I love that it's not sheer and you can see the pigment in the background. You won't have to go in with too many coats. Like, it was just so perfect, and I cannot wait to use this for a Valentine's Day set. You can kind of see like that it gives me that chromy look again. I love that about those three. And then the last one here is just a white, really pigmented still. I love this one as well. But yeah, this one is the last one here, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this swatch and then cure them, and I'll be showing you guys how they all look. So after curing all of the swatches, this is how they look. Also, I did add on the non-wipe Madam Glam top coat on top of all of them, cured them again for 30 seconds, and this is how they look as a collection. I just love these gels so much. They all pair super nice with each other, and I just love how smooth they apply, the opacity. Like, this is just one coat for all of them. So again, I would definitely recommend it, and make sure that you guys check out the description box for my discount code, or check out the VIP membership so that you can save even more money off. So now that we looked at the gels, I did go ahead and apply my nail tips. Before we get started with the application, I'm going to be taking the Madam Glam base coat, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit over my nail tip where I glued it on. Because since I am doing longer nails, when I go to file them, there will be a little bit more tension on like the tips of them, and I do not want them to pop off from my peel off base coat. So adding this base coat is going to give them a little bit more reinforcement to keep them on longer. And for my application today, I'm going to be using some Polygel, and this is a new Polygel that I got from Amazon, which is from makatt. And speaking of makatt, I know this isn't a makatt video, but I was like looking around, like trying to find a link, and I stumbled across like the Your Nail Lab box website. Like, if you guys remember those, I do believe now they're like bi-monthly, or if they even still do those, because I haven't really heard anyone like, you know, really use them anymore. But I was on that website, and I did see a lot of the products that's like nail enthusiast DIY gel products that you would usually get on the makatt website. I do think they're now available on that website. So if you haven't been seeing all of the makatt products on Amazon, check that out and see if you can find it over on there. I don't know if any of the ambassador discount codes still work, but just to let you guys know if you've been having trouble finding them. But yeah, for today's application, I'm going to be using some Polygel because I did not want to use acrylic today. And this video was definitely not planned, so I came into my nail space just like not really knowing what I wanted to do, wanted to do something really quick. So yeah, I just decided to use Polygel, And yeah, this is a new shade that I'm using. It's my first time using it. It's called Kiki. Again, I got it from Amazon and I will have it linked down below. Unfortunately, right now I do not have a discount code with my cart. But yeah, for this application, I'm just applying my polygel how I normally do, which I just go ahead and put a line going down the entire nail. And using my brush, I pat it out flat over the entire surface. I go down from like my nail bed area to the tip, and that's just gonna like spread that polygel evenly. Well, not evenly just yet, but it's gonna spread the polygel in a nice way like down the nail. Then once I get it all the way down flatten, I'll go off to the sides and just pat it over to the sides of the nails. And then once it's covered with the entire surface of polygel, I'm gonna go ahead and start to smooth it out. When I'm doing longer nails, sometimes I'm able to fill up my nail bed area, like the cuticle part. If not, I will cover that one with the cuticle bead, which is the second bead that I'm doing here. As you guys saw, I did place more of that polygel up at my cuticle area, and that's gonna give me my apex. And then I just like to smooth it out, doing the same process until I get this entire nail smooth enough to my liking, and then I'll go ahead and cure. I am using 91% ice purple alcohol as my slip solution. You can use a gel base or the slip solution that comes in the kits, but for me, I do feel like alcohol helps better for the polygel not to stick to my brush. I don't know why, but base coat always makes it a lot more sticky for me. I know a lot of people say they like to use base coat and it helps it from getting sticky, but I don't know, it's just like backwards for me. So I just like to use 91% ice purple alcohol. And then once I did cure on my second bead for my index nail, I am moving on to my pinky because like I said, it wasn't planned. And for the nail design I was thinking about, I didn't know if I wanted the solid pink polygel to go on my ring or middle finger. So I just went ahead and went to my pinky because I know for sure I'm gonna need it over there. And then while I did this nail, I was like thinking about it in my head. But you can see my polygel application again in this nail. I did put a line going all the way down. For this application, my first bead, I was able to get around my cuticle area a little bit. Like as you can see here, it's all over my nail. And then I go ahead and cure for 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds if you are doing thicker layers. However, I do suggest that you guys don't do polygel super thick because sometimes it may not cure all the way through. For my second layer, as you guys saw, I did put most of my polygel up at the cuticle area. And then I do the same thing, just patting it in place, making sure that I don't have any on my skin. Sealing in my cuticle area, making that area a little bit flush. And then for the rest of it, I do like to just smooth it out over the entire surface because I don't like my polygel nails super thick. So that is why I don't like take a huge line going down the entire nail. I just like to smooth it out, make sure my cuticle area and my apex is really nice, and then I'll just smooth everything else out. Once I make sure my sides are all straight, I'll go ahead and cure and just move on to the next nail. And for that last nail I'm gonna do with this one, I did decide to do it on my middle finger. So I'm just doing that here, just repeating my polygel application. And I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch this part play out. I am doing this voiceover kind of early in the morning. So I'm not really in the best mood to do one, but I could not leave you guys hanging with just a music video only. So here I am doing the voiceover for you guys. And also because I am trying to like challenge myself to start doing things early because I don't like getting up early in the morning and I have a lot of things to do this week. I have like this whiteboard next to my desk area and I just like to plan everything out. So when I'm here, I can just kind of, motivate myself to get going, and that way I can kind of keep up with things that I need to do for this week. And I have a lot to do, and my plan is to get 4 videos up this week. So hopefully you guys will be here 4 times this week to watch a video. I would really appreciate it. So make sure that you guys turn on my post notifications if you haven't already, so that you won't miss out on the videos I plan to post. But yeah, I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch this part play out, and I'll be back in a few seconds. So moving on to my next nail, I am going to be encapsulating some hearts. I've been waiting for the longest time to encapsulate some hearts, so I decided to incorporate that into this nail set. So I'm just putting them into my little triangular tray and getting my things ready. I also have these other hearts here that I decided to use. I am just going to be using the pink ones because they have bigger sizes. And since the other smaller ones kind of give me more of like a purplish tone, I decided to add the bigger pink ones just to kind of add that pink back into it, because I am going to be using some of that pink gel polish as well. But to encapsulate these hearts, I did start by applying some base coat on my nail where I want them to be. And for this like placement, I am going to do them kind of like a slanted design. I love seeing these encapsulated heart slanted designs with like words on top of them under like a matte top coat. They're just so freaking pretty, so I just decided to align my hearts like that. And basically I'm just going to be placing them where I want them to be. Whenever I feel like I can't place them like anymore from the base coat not being sticky anymore, or like the hearts in the way, I'm going to go ahead and cure that placement, add more base coat, and then add more where I want them to be, just until I'm satisfied with how it looks. And then I'll be moving on to my thumb, because I will be encapsulating hearts over there as well. Which I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch this part play out, and then I'll get into my encapsulation for these nails. So there I went ahead and encapsulated both of my heart nails. I didn't encapsulate my pink ones because I didn't really feel the need to encapsulate, and I do like to build up the nail to my liking using the actual color because you can foul over it. And so now I'm just taking some alcohol and just really wiping away that tacky layer before we get into filing. And I did want to make sure to show you a little bit of my filing because filing polygel is super easy. And I just love the process of the filing a lot. I start by taking my 80/80 grit nail file from bombnailz, and I start by reshaping the shape of the nails. I go in on the sides, underneath it, the free edge, and then once I finish doing that for now, I'll go over on top of it, and then I start to like smooth everything out. I do start with the hand file first because I do have a lot more control when it comes to filing, especially with polygel. And the way I like to get it smooth, so in the process of me filing the top of the nail, the way I know if I'm filing too much or like if I need to file more, so when I file over like the top of them, and you see like the parts that's being filed is like ashy with the dust on top, but if you see a lot of like dark specks, then that's gonna tell you that you have dips in your nails and the file isn't reaching that part yet. So what I like to do is just file until all of it is like even, and then I'll go in with my e-file and just go around my cuticles, seal that area in, and then go underneath it just to clean up all of the other surrounding areas. And sometimes I may go on top with my e-file again, like in those areas that I missed, because I don't want the nails to be super thin either. So that's just how I kind of balance that out. So after filing, shaping, and buffing and removing that dust, this is how the nails are looking so far. And so now getting into the nail art, breaking back out my swatches from the gel polish collection. I'm going to be using 3 of these colors from this collection. I also went ahead and labeled them with my label maker. I just feel like it makes them look so much better than writing them on with a marker. But yeah, I wasn't really sure which colors to use, so I did ask my sister, and she said she really liked that glitter in the clear base, and she liked that purple and the gold bronzy color. So I did pick out the purple and the glitter she suggested, and I decided to throw in that pink because I do have like pink hearts and pink base. So yeah, those are the 3 colors I'm using, and I did go ahead and put some on my nail palette. This nail here is gonna be yin yang inspired, but make it like Valentine's Day theme, and I feel like this was gonna be a lot more challenging than it was. So I'm starting off with the purple, and I'm doing sort of like a half French, but I'm not gonna take it throughout the entire nail. I'm just gonna do like that swirl yin yang type of thing, you know. So, and I'm really making sure both colors will have like a decent size. So I just take my cleanup brush and remove some of it from the bottom, and once I feel like that line is decent enough, I'm gonna take that gel polish and just fill in the side. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cure because I don't want this to mess up. Then I'll go in and do the same thing with that pink, filling in the other side. And this was actually really easy. I thought it was going to be challenging, but it was actually pretty easy. So after doing this, I felt really confident about this nail set. But yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of this play out. I don't feel like I need to talk anymore. So yeah, I just let you guys go ahead and watch it. Only pop back in when I'm doing the next step. I did let you guys watch me adding the second layer to my index nail. I did say these gel polishes are like really pigmented and don't need a second coat. However, when it comes to like only doing portion of the nails, you know, you get those little streaks and it may not look as great. So that's what happened with that nail. So I went ahead and did a second coat on both of them. Make sure they're cured in between each layers, and then now I'm going back to my pointer finger and creating my hearts. But I'm going to be doing the pink heart on the purple side and the purple on the pink side. Then of course I'll cure for 30 seconds and repeat that over on my pinky nail. And also, I just want to throw in there, if you are enjoying today's video so far, make sure to go ahead and give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave a comment down below. It will really help me out. Now moving on to my next nail, I'm going to be incorporating some of this glitter here. I'm putting some on my palette because I'm going to be doing a simple French just to include some of this glitter back into it. I love that it matches perfectly with those hearts I encapsulated. That's kind of why I picked those, because it was such a perfect match. The glitter in this gel was kind of hard to work with, especially when you are trying to do line work. Because the pieces are a bit thicker, so you can't really pick up pieces and the gel at the same time like evenly. So you just kind of have to work with it, maybe pick up a lot on the brush just so you're able to make that line of glitter. But once I did my smile line and got up like in those creases, I am using the brush from the bottle just to fill in the space at the tip of my nail. And I do feel like with this glitter, most of the glitters end up where the brush ends. So like once I'm putting some on the nail and I'm brushing it down towards the tip, that's kind of where all of the glitters will end. So I do turn my finger the other way and just kind of brush it upwards towards my cuticle, just to make sure that the glitters are evenly dispersed over the entire part where I want this to be. And once I'm satisfied, I do go ahead and wipe my sides and cure for 30 seconds in between each layer, because I did end up doing 2 layers, which you see me doing here. Now in that last clip, you may have seen some little artwork on my thumb and ring finger here, which says XOXO, and I do have an extra set of XO because I didn't want that extra space, so I did add another one just to, you know, fill that in. But now that I'm adding my top coat, you cannot see what this say. Like, it just looks like a bunch of glitter. Like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. And also over on my thumb, I did put like an XO with like a heart or either like a kissy lip or something, I can't remember, but you can't really see what it say, and I didn't like it, so I just went ahead and removed that top coat, filed it off using my e-file, and then I'm just gonna be leaving those like plain just with the encapsulated hearts, because I feel like those look good enough by itself. So I wasn't really like trying to put anything on top of it. I just went ahead and top coat, which is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my nails. And I am using the Madam Glam no wipe top coat. Once I finish top coating everything, I'll go ahead and cure, and I'll be back to show you guys how this set looks. course, I'm going to go in with some cuticle oil, and once I rub everything in to re-nourish my cuticles, this is how the finished set looks. And I love this set so much. I love that it looks really great without any bling, because I've been really into adding charms and rhinestones lately, but I love the fact that this one looks really cute without it. And I just love how cute the purple and pink yin yang Frenches look. Like, that's super cute and adorable. I feel like the hearts and the glitters tied everything in super nicely, and I just really love how this turned out. I feel like that new polygel base that I got is really cute for this set as well. Also, one thing I did want to mention, I feel like I didn't mention it when I was actually applying them. So after applying my hearts, I did have like some glitter that I put around like the borders of the hearts, and now that I see it, it kind of makes the nail look a little bit dirty for some reason. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I should have chose a different type of glitter, something that looks a little bit more reflective. But I just wanted to say that because I forgot to mention it when I was doing my application. But yeah, this is how the nails look. I really love it overall. Let me know what you think about this set. Don't forget to check the description box for my links and discount codes. And let me know if you would like these gels or not, which one was your favorite. And that basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you thought about today's set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.